I'm used to people looking at me like I'm the bad guy. But you know what? I'm not. Depending on the results, they might transfer people into the hero course. Remember that. I'll be a hero.
What's up, everybody, and how is it going, my heroes and villains? I am finally here to give you guys my live reaction to My Hero Academia manga chapter number 216, which is entitled Class A versus Class B Conclusion. And with a title like that, you know it is now definitive. We have made it to the end of the joint battle training arc, and this was a fun arc. I had a lot of fun with the Class A versus Class B, the 5 matches that we had. We got to see a whole bunch of new quirks on full display. We got to see growth from certain characters. And best of all, Class B finally got their moment to shine. And I can definitely say, after walking away from this arc, I now know the names of all the students within Class B. But with this chapter in particular, this should be the resolution and the review of the 5th and final match, where we see Deku's team beating Monoma's team. And I do hope that people start to ask questions about Deku and his quirk going out of control, because you can't hide what was going on within that match. I'm hoping Aizawa asked Deku what was going on there, and then everything not concerning Deku, there's also Shinso as well, because will we find out if he does in fact transfer into the hero course or not? Will it be Class A or Class B? And I've remained spoiler free, even though this chapter has come out earlier than expected. But because it came out earlier, I'm going to be reacting to the official release of chapter 216, so feel free to follow along with me, guys, either on viz.com or anywhere else you guys can read the official release of My Hero. And yeah, let's just jump into it, because I am really anxious to see what's going to go down in this chapter. So on the first page, it looks like we're starting off with an inserted panel shot from last chapter, where we saw Deku lunging towards Shinso. He grabs a hold of the binding cloth and then just pulled Shinso towards him. And then we have a different perspective shot of when he slammed Shinso down to the ground, utterly wrecking his shit.
Dominating!
He spun around to draw me in by my own binding cloth. And as Shinso got slammed down, he just says, "Damn it. I said I'd show him how much I've changed since then. I was looking forward to it." And with everyone here today pushing themselves forward, never slowing down, and we have a whole bunch of inserted shots right here. We see Ochaco jumping in to try to save Deku. We have Monoma hashtag surfing the nut towards Deku. An epic shot of Denki, Momo, Juzo, Ida, Pony, and Bakugo. But I like the fact that Shinso is thinking back to all of the matches. As he's getting slammed down into the ground, he is just thinking about how impressive everyone is, even though he's saying "damn it" once again at the bottom of this page. Whoa, he's smiling in this panel. This hero course is rather impressive. So he is impressed.
Impressive. Most impressive.
Oh, I like that a lot. Going from the first page to where you see him gritting his teeth, and then he's just accepting the loss, but he's thinking back, he's like, this hero course, they are all amazing. And I'm hoping that this sparks that fire within him, that he does eventually get transferred in, and then it goes to show Shinso how much room he has to grow, how much he can actually learn once he is in the hero course. I really hope that is going to be the case. I love that panel right there. That's a really nice panel. And then below that, we see everyone from Class B getting locked up. We see Monoma, hero name Phantom Thief.
You've been struck by a smooth criminal.
Then we have Yanagi, Poltergeist Girl. Clang goes to the jail cell, and her hero name is Emily. Is that like a reference to The Exorcist, like the exorcism of Emily Rose? That would be a really cool reference if that is the case. There were some real do or die moments in the 5th match. And then we see Kodai, hero name Rule. She just stuck to the pipe thanks to Mineta's balls.
Hey, phrasing!
But with a score of 4-0. And then Clang goes to jail cell for Shota. His hero name, Mines. That's actually a really nice hero name for him because you never know when the twin impact is going to be triggered. It's like stepping on a landmine in a way. That's really cool. So basically, Class 1A is just throwing the rest of the members in jail. Class A wins, and the last one being Shinso. And you see Mina just doing like a karate pose, and you see them all in the jail cell. Ochaco giving a peace sign, and we see Deku holding an unconscious Mineta after he was gut punched by Shota. Oh my god. Midnight is drawn very well in this panel. Wow, damn, she looks good. And that brings these 5 matches to a close. You showed us some fantastic battles, proving how well you knew your enemies and yourselves. We have our protest group, but they're now praising Midnight. Midnight, fair and balanced commentary. Vlad King, send this biased commentator packing. I love that Horikoshi brought that back. That's a really nice touch right there. Class A took the first match, while Class B took the second. The third match was a draw, and Class A won the 4th and 5th matches. So the grand victory in battle training goes to Class A. And everyone's just like, yes, we won! Class A is victorious!
Victory screech!
Oh, and Momo and Tokoyami are in the background. They lost their match. It's them, Aoyama, and Toru. They're the only ones that can't cheer on Class A's side. And you can tell just on Momo's face, she's happy for everyone else, but she's like, damn it, we're the only ones that lost. Oh, and Aibar is crying. We got Manga and Kinoko as well. We were all deceived. I wasn't even blazing with much competitive spirit, but still, I know, it still stinks. And she's got her cheek puffed out. Kinoko is rather cute. I like her as a character. And she's powerful as hell with how she can, just make you choke on her spores. Okay, everyone was released from the Nezu prison. And then we have Shinso saying sensei. Talking to Dad Zawa right there. I couldn't accomplish anything on my own. I'm still lacking. And this was my test for a possible transfer, right? He knew. So I guess Shinso wasn't supposed to know that this was his potential transfer test to get into the hero course. And Vlad just like, who told him? Aizawa, was it you? It was just a guess, but given the timing and the format, this was a convenient way to test me that didn't cost anything. Plus, you let me fight twice. Very perceptive, Shinso.
You smart. You very smart.
So he's just like, yeah, well, it was kind of obvious that this was my transfer test to get into the hero course. It wasn't rocket science. Anyone could have figured that out. Even Vlad's like thinking to himself, man, he's sharp. And Aizawa hasn't really said anything yet, but here we go. We still have to go over the post-game analysis. Let's get back to the others. Okay, here we go.
And here
First off, Midoriya. All right, we're starting off right off the bat.
Go.
Want to tell us what happened? And everyone is there. Everyone is going to be listening to what Deku has to say. And we have Tokoyami and Kurohiro, our 2 edgelords, are right next to each other, of course. Those fearsome black tendrils manifested from him. He doesn't seem in control, but does that attack have a name? They're bonding over the black tendrils. Just because it was black, revelry in the dark. I love the fact that we have that friendship building between those 2 edgelords of Class A and Class B. Was it just some new move? It couldn't be. It's too different from his usual super strength. So what caused all that then? Everyone's murmuring as Deku's trying to find the words. I can't tell them about One for All, but I can't just brush this off either. And then a little flashback panel to when he was talking with All Might and Bakugo. I need to be honest without saying too much. Yeah, don't be like what you did with Bakugo at the beginning of this series.
Oh crap, what am I saying? I only meant to tell him that I wasn't tricking him.
I still don't really know. The power welled up and I couldn't control it. It's like something I've believed in up to now all of a sudden turned on me. It was truly terrifying, and we have a concerned look on All Might's face. But when Uraraka and Shinso tried to stop me, that helped me realize that it wasn't all bad. Oh, I like that. Cool. If Shinso hadn't used his brainwashing to knock me unconscious, I honestly don't know what would have happened. And then a little panel shot of our Hellboy vestige right there. You asked if I was bluffing, Shinso. I wasn't. I had no clue what was going on. So, both of you, thanks. Okay. I was not actually expecting Deku to kind of be so positive after this. He isn't beating himself up too bad here. And he's actually acknowledging the people that came in and saved him. He's like, thank you guys for doing that. I like that. I was just provoking him to trigger the brainwashing, but you were worried about that? Clearly that was no mere performance. So he knew. Oh, okay, so that's going back to when he was like, are you bluffing? Was you going out of control just a bluff? And he's like, no, I knew you weren't faking that, but everything I said in that moment was just to trigger you so that way you would speak to me and thus I could brainwash you again. So, okay, that makes sense right there. Okay, Midnight looks like she's ready to gush about what's going on right here. That's true. Facing down Midoriya's little rampage, both Shinso and Uraraka demonstrated some quick thinking and fast responses. And the way Uraraka in particular put herself on the line to help her friend was incredible. I loved it. Oh, the springtime of youth. Midnight not being biased like Vlad, but she's overly praising what has been going on. But I just love whenever Midnight's like this. It's very funny. And then Ashido is leaning in. Oh, our local shipper of Class A. What is she going to say? You jumped in without thinking, Uraraka. Quick as a whip. That face. And then you wrapped your arms around him. Tight. Oh, she is getting in Ochaco's face right there. And she's blushing. Her face just turned completely red right there. She is as red as a tomato. She's getting embarrassed. It's true that I acted before thinking. In the future, I should try to keep a cool head, but if the alternative is doing nothing and regretting it, then I'd be happier jumping in. I like that. It's a really cute moment, but it goes to show that she wasn't even thinking about her feelings for Deku in that moment. All she thought about was just making sure that Deku was safe. And now that it was pointed out to her, now those feelings are bubbling back up. And she's like, oh yeah, I guess I did do that. I was clenching around his body a little tightly, wasn't I? But she's not going to admit that to Ashido right there. And then we have Aizawa thinking back to the end of the overall arc. Ochaco, when she said, I want to save people. You've matured. Uraraka. That is right. Going back to her development, this is cashing in on what she learned from the aftermath of the overhaul arc. And Aizawa's noticed that. And I love how she's still red right there. That is really nice. Even Deku is blushing a little bit right there. He's turning away from Ochaco. It's like, yeah, I guess that happened. I'm not going to acknowledge it. And then Shinso is chiming in right here. I wasn't just doing it for Midoriya's sake. Uraraka gave me that order, and I acted. Plus, I saw the other three getting wrecked by the black energy and realized that our team would probably lose unless we put a stop to it. I did what I did because I wanted to fight Midoriya and beat him. It only worked out that way by chance, but in the moment, I was focused on myself and what I wanted. I mean, he was doing it so that way he could stop Deku's rampage and save the rest of his team, but it's within that moment you kind of felt his true feelings bubbling up to where he talked to Deku and basically said, fight me again. Let's have a rematch. And so I get what Shinso is saying, but we see Aizawa walking towards Shinso, so I'm curious to see what he has to say here. Oh my god. He is choking Shinso with the binding cloth.
Harder, Daddy. What? What?
Tough love, Aizawa. Damn, and Ochaco and Deku are shocked by this. That's corporal punishment. Alert the PTA. And you see Kaminari and the rest of the students chanting PTA in the background. Nobody was asking for any more than that from you. Everyone here has already spent months training to become heroes who save people. Embodying that ideal right after being thrown into the deep end is not possible. That would take talent on par with All Might. Acting for the sake of others, saving people actually takes a lot more than just that.
Bro, I got it! How about Eraserhead?
Whoa, is this a flashback? Is that a kid present Mike right there? But who is this guy right here? It looks like he's got flames as hair. I don't know who that is, but that definitely looks like a younger present Mike. You'll never protect anyone until you find whatever strength you need for yourself. I'm curious as to why this flashback panel is there. Is this what Aizawa's thinking right here? Or is that not present Mike in his younger days, and are these like Shinso's friends from general studies? That has to be present Mike. That just has to. If you think about it that way, your actions earned you more than a passing grade. I like the way that's phrased right there. Basically saying the fact that you are just from general studies, you are not in the hero course, but putting you out there, you were able to hold your own with everyone else in hero training. That just speaks volumes to us teachers, and you earned more than a passing grade, which basically lets us know that Shinso is in fact definitely most likely going to transfer into the hero course. And Deku's being the first one to congratulate him. Shinso, at the end there, you tried luring me into the big brawl where you could have really shined, right? And remember when you tried tripping me up with those falling pipes? That was so fast. The way you whipped out the binding cloth while on the move really reminded me of Aizawa Sensei. In the first match too, I was thinking how the team came together to make great use of your abilities. But that's not all it was. Your judgment, instant analysis, and quick moves are just as impressive as anyone in the hero course. You blew me away. If we're talking about using your strength for others, then I'm the one who's got a long way to go on that front. I like that right there. Deku is now determined to control this power. I'm glad he's not thinking like, oh, I put everyone in danger. He's like, no, now I gotta work even harder to control this, and I'm glad we're going that route. And Aizawa's like, indeed. And Vlad just turns very quickly to Juzo and Shishida back there. We've still got some deliberating to do, but probably, no, more than likely, Shinso will be joining the hero course as of his second year at UA. He's got what it takes to be everyone's equal here.
I'm used to people looking at me like I'm the bad guy. But you know what? I'm not. Depending on the results, they might transfer people into the hero course. Remember that. I'll be a hero.
Look at his expression right there. He's like shocked, he's surprised, but he's happy on the inside. He's not going to show it, but damn, this is a big moment for Shinso and for Shinso fans out there. But we're going to see him in the second year. So we still have a few more arcs until Shinso becomes a part of the class. Whoa, which class, A or B? That's my exact question too. I was just about to ask that. All in good time. We're not done with our reviews yet. Horikoshi, you're keeping us in suspense until the second year begins? That's going to be like another 50 to 75, maybe even 100 chapters from now. Who knows? But I'm glad we got confirmation Shinso will be joining the hero course in the second year. I can't wait for that. Hey Sensei, Mineta was like the worst, so can you really let him have it?
You are the worst!
Usually you pay double for that kind of action, Cotton.
She is letting Aizawa know. It's like, this man's the ultimate pervert. Did you see what he did out there? Go scold him right now for his bad behavior. Huh? I put myself in the line of fire to mess with Shota and the girls. And Minette does not have me. He's like, don't put this blame on me. That just happened to happen. I didn't plan that to go that way, to me crashing into your boobs. Oh, I love Mineta, but I love Ashido pointing that out to Aizawa right there. All right, we got Monoma chiming in. Let's see what he's got to say. This may have been a dark day for Class B. Yes. And then in this panel, he just looks completely unhinged. But we've only lost the battle, not the war. Now that I know Midoriya's quirk gives me a blank, I will formulate a counter strategy. We still don't know why that was the case. Hopefully we'll get an explanation sooner rather than later, but that still is an interesting revelation to the theories about Monoma copying One for All. Meaning, if we were to go another 5 rounds, who knows how it'd turn out. So he's still, like, let's go again. We'll crush Class A in the next round. Not a chance. Classes are over for today. That's right. Since he whammed me with Shota's quirk, that means Monoma really did graze me. I was worried about his limbs popping off if he tried using One for All, but what does he mean by blank? Exactly. That's going to be like the new mystery right now. But I like the fact too that Deku was concerned about Monoma just breaking his limbs, because that's everyone in the fandom was thinking that was going to be the case if Monoma were to copy One for All. But that's just going to be a mystery that will be solved another time. So Aizawa is saying, "Oh right, while I have you, Monoma, you're to see Eri tomorrow."
Now you have my attention.
Wait, what? Monoma, you're to see Eri tomorrow. Wow, that's honestly a pairing I never expected we'd get. Monoma with Eri. I don't think Monoma would be a very good influence on little Eri. Wait a minute. Aizawa most likely wants Monoma to copy Eri's quirk so they can learn more about it, possibly. Because with Monoma, it seems he's very proficient in the use of the quirks that he copies. We don't know if he actually has to study up on the quirks or if he's actually just naturally gifted and he can use them right off the bat. But this could give us some insight into how Eri could eventually lose her quirk if she actually gained control by having Monoma use it. But if Monoma is able to use Eri's quirk, could he use it to give Mirio his quirk back? Could that be another reason this is happening?
Maybe.
This is an interesting development right here. I'm really looking forward to next chapter. But speaking of next chapter, that's the end of this chapter. Good stuff with Shinso. We come to learn that he is, in fact, going to be transferring into the hero course, but not until the second year. We still have like 50 or so chapters until we even make it to the second year. But I cannot wait to see Shinso interacting with the rest of the classes, whether it be Class A or Class B. Deku, the questions, he really got light questions right there. They didn't really interrogate him all too much, but I'm hoping that All Might and Bakugo have a separate conversation after everyone walks away, because that's what I'm hoping that we get. And I think that is something that could possibly go down. But everything with this right here, Monoma and Eri, I really want to see what Horikoshi has planned with this. So with that, guys, that right there is my live reaction to chapter 216 of My Hero Academia. But now I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts on this latest chapter. What are your guys' thoughts about Shinso actually going to be transferring into the hero course in the second year? Did you guys have any doubts that that was actually going to happen? What do you think about them asking Deku the question about his quirk going out of control? Do you feel it was kind of light, or do you feel like we are going to get more when All Might and Bakugo talk with him? And what are your thoughts on what we will possibly get with Monoma with Eri? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below, and if you guys want to talk more about My Hero Academia, feel free to subscribe to the channel and click that little bell so that way you guys get alerted whenever I drop my Hero Academia videos. And if you guys want to talk more outside of YouTube about MHA, feel free to follow me over on Twitter. A link to my Twitter account can be found in the description down below. But that's going to do it for me here, guys. So until next week, when we have chapter 217 of My Hero Academia, and maybe a Monoma and Eri-centric chapter, I'll talk to you guys next time. But remember, go beyond plus ultra.